Hello, welcome back to Simpsons Reviews. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Season 8, probably the second best season of The Simpsons, with the first being Season 6. Alright, Treehouse of Horror 7. Okay, so we start the season off with the Treehouse of Horror. I mean, I don't got a problem with that as long as the episode's good. The first segment, The Thing and I, is where Bart discovers his evil twin Hugo in the attic. I thought that one was pretty good. The second segment is the Genesis tub, where Lisa creates a miniature civilization of a petri dish. Honestly, I thought that one was kind of boring, so I didn't really care that much. And the final segment is Citizen Kane, where aliens Kane and Kodos impersonate Bill Clinton and Bob Dole to take over the U.S. presidential election. I mean, that one's fine. I'm just not really into presidential stuff. Decent Treehouse of Horror. You only move twice. Homer gets a new job at Globex Corporation in the town of Cypress Creek, leading the family to move, only for them to discover the new boss, Hank Scorpio, is a supervillain secretly plotting world domination, while the rest of the family struggles with their new lives, forcing Homer to choose between his dream job and his family. Bro, why is Hank Scorpio such a chill guy, even though he's like a villain? Yeah, it was originally planned for him to be the villain in the Simpsons movie, and he wouldn't fit the role very well because this is such a show guy. He's also voiced by Albert Brooks, which also voices the villain in the Simpsons movie. So I guess they wanted Albert Brooks to be the villain somehow. You know, in movies they make you like hate the villain. Like for example, Hopper. Anyone watch A Bug's Life? But in The Simpsons, they make you love the villain, like Sideshow Bob, Mr. Burns, Maggie Simpson, and yes, Hank Scorpio. This is a really decent episode. It's just, we need more Hank Scorpio. The Homer they fall. Moe discovers Homer's unique ability to withstand punches and makes him a boxer, leading to a championship fight against Director Tatum, with Moe rescuing him at the last minute. The ending really shows how good friends Moe and Homer are, with them helping each other out whenever they're in danger. Homer as a boxer? I mean, he went to the moon. He can do anything at this point. This was a pretty good episode. Burns, baby Burns. Mr. Burns' illegitimate son, Larry, appears, leading to a crash of personalities as Burns rejects him, and Larry teams up with Homer for a fake kidnapping scheme to get his father's attention. So, a character that we don't know is actually revealed to be a long-lost relative to a character we do know on the show. If that plot sounds familiar, this is literally just Oh Brother Where Art Thou, except Herb Powell isn't Homer's son. And if they reuse plots, then that's just a sign of them running out of ideas. So this is so unoriginal. Bart After Dark. Bart is first to work at a house after damaging it properly, leading to Marge launching a crusade to shut it down, culminating in her accidentally bulldozing it. This episode actually got an Emmy-winning song, "We Put the Spring in Springfield." So that's kind of cool. And I like the song too, so I don't really judge their decision. Episode was pretty good. It's also really funny too, so I gotta give it points for that. A Millhouse Divided. Millhouse's parents, Charlie Kirk and Luann, divorce, causing Homer to fear his own marriage is falling, leading him to divorce and remarry Marge in a vow renewal. Okay, you didn't need to do that, bro. If your relationship with Marge is going well, then just don't do anything about it. You're fine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Another change to The Simpsons. Except Millhouse's parents are kind of irrelevant to the show, so it's not that big of a change. Plus, they get back together in like season 17 anyway, so it's not. It's a change that ends. Also, when watching this episode, I thought it was just going to be like a one-time gag, because I thought they were going to get back together in the end, and they didn't. So that actually caught me by surprise. This is a really good episode. Lisa's date with Density. Lisa develops a crush on bully Nelson once. I mean, who doesn't? And tries to reform him, while Homer gets into trouble with a telemarketing auto dialer. This is an interesting concept. I like how Nelson is willing to change his behavior just because of Lisa, but then fails in the end, as he stays a bully and will forever stay as a bully. Also, Millhouse might have a chance. The subplot is okay. It's just not really interesting in that subplot, so it's kind of boring. Hurricane Nettie. My god, this is a peak cinema episode. A hurricane destroys Ned Flanders' house but spares the Simpsons, causing Ned's repressed anger to erupt, leading him to a crash out. And we get to find out his backstory. Wow, Ned Flanders crashing out. Wow, that crash out was actually kind of valid. All the townfolk was treating him like garbage, so yeah, the townsfolk kind of deserved it. And finding out that he's actually a bad kid back then and then just got fixed was actually really interesting. This is a peak cinema episode. The Mysterious Voyage of Homer. Okay, that's not the actual title, but I'm not putting that other title here. This episode confuses me, so I'm just gonna have Smart Luigi to explain it for y'all. Homer eats insanity peppers, which make you go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and makes you see wild hallucinations at the Springfield Chili Cook-Off, leading to a vision guided by a talking coyote voiced by Johnny Cash, who tells him to find his soulmate, causing him to question his marriage to Marge, before ultimately realizing they're meant to be. And if I'm going to be honest, yeah, I don't blame Mario and Simpsons guy. This is a really interesting and kind of weird episode, which makes it kind of confusing too. Like, why is there a talking coyote? Why did Homer eat freaking shrooms and that's why he's all trippy and stuff? Now, just because this episode is weird doesn't mean it's bad. It's actually a really good episode. It has that kind of confusing but funny kind of humor, you know? That, like, comic book humor. And the reason why Mario Simpsons guy got me to explain it is because he's too dumb to comprehend this kind of stuff. Okay, bro, now you're just rubbing it in. Get out. And it seems like I overstayed my welcome. Well, that's all I gotta say about this episode. Also, I'm gonna plug. Go subscribe to Cooper's Plus channel. That channel is really awesome. And also, if you want to see more of me, then go to that channel also. It's for more Smart Luigi. Alright, I'm gonna go head out now. Gee, that dude is kind of annoying. Oh yeah, are you gonna pay me for this? Cause I technically cameoed in this video. Get out. The Springfield Files. God, that title did not age well. Homer claims to see a glowing alien, leading to an investigation by X-Files agents Mulder and Scully, only for the alien to be revealed as a disordering Mr. Burns, undergoing a weekly longevity treatment as side effect of his nuclear plant work. Wow, this is a really interesting episode. I love how Mr. Burns is literally high in this episode. But my only nitpick of this episode is how they use that dumb plot where the main character tells something to the crowd and the crowd doesn't believe him. And then it turns out the main character is right, and the crowd just never mentioned their apologies. Like, I hate that so much. The twist in the world of Marge Simpson. You know, I've always wondered, why is it called the Twisted? Oh, I get it. Marge starts a failing pretzel franchise, Pretzel Wagon, which Homer tries to save by making a deal with mob boss Fat Tony, leading to a turf war with her rival, the Springfield Infestatories, and their Fleta Peta franchise. Fleta Peta? Peta Malark from the Hunger Games. I mean, it's fine. It's not really that interesting. It's just Marge selling pretzels. But whatever. Mountain of Madness. Another Homer and Mr. Burns episodes. I really like these kind of episodes. Mr. Burns forces his employees on a disastrous team-building retreat, resulting in Homer and Burns getting trapped in a snowbound cabin, leading to a fight and a chaotic rocket-powered escape. That ends with Lenny getting fired. And then unfired since Lenny's the main character. And it kind of has that reused plot that every show uses. Like, for example, Garfield and Friends, SpongeBob SquarePants, even Diary of the Wimpy Kid. So it's not that original. I prefer Homer the Smithers than this. Sorry, Mountain Madness fans. It's still a really good episode, though. It's just that I think... Simpsons Califragilisticexpialidocious. I don't want your girl because she ugly and atrocious. Oh wait, I read that title wrong. It's Simpson Califragilisticexpialidocious. Sorry. Sherry Boppins is totally not a ripoff of Mary Poppins. Is hired to help a stressed-out Marge, but eventually leaves after the family's chaotic nature proves too much for her. Then she dies. That's why we never see her ever again. The intro is wild. Like, what the heck is this? Did this episode ever get pulled off the air? Like, oh my god. Yeah, a bunch of black people probably got mad. Episode is so funny, bro. Like, oh my god. This is probably the episode I laughed so hard at. The Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie show. Homer voices a new hip character named Poochie to boost declining ratings for the Itchy and Scratchy show, but the character is poorly received and quickly killed off. Nah, making fun of the Flintstones and Scooby-Doo is wild. The Great Gazoo, Scrappy-Doo. You know what's even more funny? They even predicted the reason why Fairly Odd Parents declined in quality. I despise this character. This is a really funny episode. Also, Justice for Roy. Homer's phobia. Homer fears Bart is becoming gay after they befriended a gay antique shop owner, John Arbuckle. Oh no, you silly. That's the other show. You're right. This John is from Papa John's. Bro, like, what the heck is this episode? This episode's so weird. Brother from another series. Finally, another top-tier Sideshow Bob episode. When was the last time we had these? Season 5? A paroled Sideshow Bob is released into the care of his brother Cecil. Cecil! Who hires him to work on a damn project, leading to Bart to suspect a new plot, which is revealed to be Cecil's plan to blow up the dam, not Bob's. Sideshow Bob is not evil? What? Instead, it's his brother Cecil, but Sideshow Bob still gets arrested anyways. So nothing changes. Sadly, though, this is the last Sideshow Bob episode for a while until season 12. And that's when things start to go downhill. Aw, man. Still a pretty good episode, though. My Sister, My Sitter. Homer and Marge leave Lisa in the charge of babysitting Bart and Mackie, leading to Bart's rebellious attempts to ruin Lisa's reputation as a sitter, culminating in a chaotic night where he gets injured and she has to take him to the hospital, all while trying to maintain her image. This is literally the worst Golden Age Simpsons episode I have ever watched. Like, Bart is such a annoying jerk in this episode. Like, oh my god. Like, this is the most mean-spirited episode I've ever watched. All just to ruin Lisa's image. What a bad brother, bro. You know, which is funny, because Season 8 has, like, the second best episode of the show, and, like, the worst episode of the show. Well, I mean, not the worst. It's like, there's other episodes that are worse than this, but I kind of find it funny how Homer's Enemy and My Sister, My Sitter are in the same season. Which I'll review Homer's Enemy later in this video, so yeah. The only funny joke in this episode is the go to bread joke, which is kind of funny, but also kind of not at the same time. Shows that Bart is a dummy and an annoying jerk. Homer versus the 18th Amendment. This should have been called St. Patrick's Day episode, since that's literally the only key detail I remember from this. St. Patrick's Day riot leads Springfield to reinstate prohibition, causing Homer to become the notorious bootlegger beer baron, supplying most taverns with illegal beer via a clever system of bowling balls and underground pipes, much to the frustration of Treasury Agent Rex Banner. Yawn, this is so boring. Grade School Confidential. Does this count as a change too? Bart discovers Principal Skinner and Mrs. Krabappel are having a secret affair, which he initially keeps quiet but later exposes out of spite, leading to their firing by Superintendent Chalmers. This episode is so hard to sit through. Like, I don't want to watch them make out for, like, every 10 minutes. That's utterly disgusting. Canine Mutiny. Bart gets a credit card and buys a highly trained dog named Laddie, leading him to give away Santa's little helper. Bro, this episode is just all over the place. Like, it goes from one plot to another plot and to another plot. Like, pick your plot of the episode. Like, I don't want to go all over the place. This is not a clip show where you can do whatever you want. No, this is an actual episode. So what is the plot? The Old Man and the Lisa. Every time I think of that title, I think of the Fairly Odd Parents episode, The Old Man and the C-, which that was not a good episode. Mr. Burns loses his fortune and teams up with Lisa to get rich again through recycling, but their partnership soars when Burns' new recycling plant starts using sea creatures, leading Lisa to ethically refuse her share of the profits, much to Homer's dismay. What an interesting pair-up. But most episodes that revolve around Mr. Burns and his nuclear power plant are kind of boring anyway, so this was boring too. So, boring episode. In March We Trust. Honestly, the only thing I remember this episode is this exact moment. Like, it's like the only funny thing in this episode. Marge becomes a popular church counselor, filling in for a disillusioned Reverend Lovejoy, while Homer discovers his face is the logo of a Japanese degenerate called Mr. Sparkle. Okay, which is more interesting to watch? The main plot, or the subplot? If you said the subplot, your that's your decision. I'm not saying anyone's opinion is wrong. This is just my opinion. If you like the episode, you like the episode. I won't judge you by your opinions. Unless if it's my sitter that you like or you hate Mother Simpson. Then I'll judge you for that. This is a whatever episode. Homer's enemy. Oh my, I won't. A hard-working, intelligent man named Frank Grimes is hired at the Springfield nuclear power plant and becomes enraged by Homer's laziness, incompetence, and undeserved success, leading to a tragic and ironic conclusion where Grimes' frustration culminates in an accidental death while trying to expose Homer as a fraud. Wow, this episode is so funny and also so top-notch. It's like if you get a person from the real world and put it in the Simpsons world. Yeah, they would not stand Homer. But I bet if I was in the Simpsons world, me and Bart would be buddies. Wow, this is a really funny episode. The fact they don't even care about Frank Grimes once he dies is crazy. What a top-notch episode. The Simpsons spin-off showcase. It's okay. First spinoff is Chief Wiggum PI, which is a detective parody featuring Chief Wiggum. The second one is The Love-Matic Grandpa, where Grandpa's spirit inhabits a love tester machine. And the third one is The Simpson Family's Smile Time Variety Hour, which is not even a spinoff at all if it features the main characters from the show they star in. None of them are that interesting, so this is kind of okay. The Secret War of Lisa Simpson. You know, why did they started adding 25 episodes in these seasons now? Like, I like the number choice of 22. Why'd you have to go above and beyond? How am I supposed to take breaks from the end of the season if you're just going to add more episodes? Bart is sent to a military academy for a break, and Lisa joins them seeking the challenge, becoming the only girl and facing hazing and difficult physical tests, which she overcomes with Bart's help, earning a medal for a satisfactory completion of the second grade. A final episode review is just boring. Why is like every single one of these so boring? Like, oh my. Here's my final ranking, and that's it. See you all when I review the Downfall season, aka season 9. Or people call it the Downfall season, but I don't think this is where the downfall starts. But whatever. Bye.